on Za'Darius, it's even more fascinating. He fired his agent.
Oh, really?
Well, he had multiple agents, and he had them for years.
Wow.
And in the last week or two, fired them, hired Erik Burkhardt, who represents Kyler Murray. With the Vikings, he's got Christian Darrisaw. Actually, Darrisaw fired his agent right after he got drafted and then went to Erik. And now Erik's got Za'Darius, right? And so now I'm curious to see with new representation how this all shakes out. I'm not ready to sit here definitively and tell you Za'Darius is going to be an ex-Viking. It very well may happen. They very well may give him what he wants, a release, or see if there's a trade to be worked out. But I just haven't heard of any trade, like legit trade steam on Za'Darius. So I would think it's more a release than a trade. But I do know Flores would love to coach him. I do know that, the door's open a little bit, and I sold his house, but didn't buy a new house here in town, right?
Yeah.
And thought you'd be here because you signed a 3-year contract, so you'd honor the terms of that contract, be here at least in 2023, if not also in 2024. He hasn't been acting like somebody who's going to be here, but I just don't sense that the Vikings have completely shut the door on Za'Darius being here this year. But there is that extra layer of him hiring a new agent in the last couple weeks and how that now adds to the story, and maybe that agent pushing even further than his previous representation for the Vikings to give Za'Darius his walking papers.
That would be a bad look for the Vikings, because if you had cut him prior to the beginning of free agency, you wouldn't have eaten as much dead money, because $5 million of his salary became guaranteed on March 17th or 18th, whatever that date was. So now if you cut him, you're not saving as much money against the salary cap that you would have if you just cut him right off the bat. So
way to save face there is you'd hopefully work out a trade and at least get some compensation in return.